Hi there. It's May the 12th and time for Proverbs 12. Let's jump over there and see what we have today. 12:1. Whoever loves discipline loves knowledge, but one who hates correction is stupid. That should always be willing to be corrected. 2. One who is humble or good. Humble just jumped in my brain. One who is good obtains favor from the Lord, but he condemns a person who schemes. Lots of schemers out there, huh? 3. No one can be made secure by wickedness. That's a good one. But the root of the righteous is immovable. Right? No one can be made secure by wickedness. That's a good one. I have to think on that. A wife of noble character is her husband's crown, but a wife who causes shame is like rottenness in his bones. That goes both ways, you know. There are plenty of good and noble wives that are hooked up to evil people. Okay? 5. The thoughts of the righteous are just, but guidance from the wicked is deceitful. Got that? A wicked person is guiding you. They always have an ulterior motive. 6. The words of the wicked are a deadly ambush, but the speech of the upright rescues them. This whole thing is about wicked people. 7. The wicked are overthrown and perish, but the house of the righteous will stand. Right. 8. A man is praised for his insight, but a twisted mind is despised. Well, better to be disregarded yet have a servant than to act important but have no food. No, I have read that different in different ones. Let's bring up the New American Standard, see what 9 says here. Better is one who is lightly esteemed and has a servant than one who honors himself and lacks bread. Okay. Let's just leave that open. Disregarded yet have a servant. We don't have servants nowadays, so. 10. The righteous cares about his animal's health, but even the merciful acts of the wicked are cruel. Right. I've always liked that one. And if you want to know somebody's true nature, well, look how they treat animals, okay? Or anything beneath them. Okay. 11. The one who works his land will have plenty of food, but whoever chases fantasies lacks sense. I usually highlight that just because it makes so much sense, right? Chasing fantasies? Lots of people do that. 12. The wicked desire what evil people have caught, but the root of the righteous is productive. The wicked person desires the plunder of evil people, but the root of the righteous yields fruit. Okay. Right. And wicked people always want what other wicked people have, huh? Look at all these musicians nowadays. Have all this stuff, and all these other people just want it. 13. By rebellious speech, an evil person is trapped, but a righteous person escapes from trouble. How? By keeping your mouth shut, usually. 14. A person will be satisfied with good by the fruit of his mouth, and the work of a person's hands will reward him. Right. Be good, be kind. Say only kind things, and you'll be rewarded. Shall we highlight that? I like it. 15. A fool's way is right in his own eyes, but whoever listens to counsel is wise. All right. People think they know everything. 16. A fool's displeasure is known at once, but whoever ignores an insult is sensible. Right. These people jump up and start fighting at nothing, right? Somebody insults you, just let it slide. Or in today's language, just keep scrolling, okay? Just keep scrolling. Can't believe how many people argue on the internet with people they've never met, never seen, and will never meet again, just to get a point across. Crazy. 17. Whoever speaks the truth declares what is right, but a false witness speaks deceit. Yep, that's plain, huh? 18. There is one who speaks rashly like a piercing sword, but the tongue of the wise brings healing. Right. Be kind. Be kind. I'm going to highlight that one too. Truthful lips endure forever, but a lying tongue only a moment. At that, the truth is always the truth and will always be there. No matter what you do, the truth will always be there. 20. Deceit is in the hearts of those who plot evil, but those who promote peace have joy. Right. 21. No disaster overcomes the righteous, but the wicked are full of misery. Right? The righteous always bounce back. Okay. 22. Lying lips are detestable to the Lord, but faithful people are his delight. Okay. You tell lies? Don't. You tell lies, you got to remember everything you ever said. If you only tell the truth, you don't have to remember anything. Okay. I like that. That's a good one. A shrewd person conceals knowledge, but a foolish heart publicizes stupidity. Yeah. It's usually foolish people showing off, right? The diligent hand will rule, but laziness will lead to forced labor. Anxiety in a person's heart weighs it down, but a good word cheers it up. Right? Be kind. Say good things. 26. A righteous person is careful in dealing with his neighbor, but the ways of the wicked lead them astray. A righteous person is careful in dealing with his neighbor, but the ways of the wicked lead them astray. It's interesting. 27. A lazy hunter doesn't roast his game, but to a diligent person, his wealth is precious. What does that say over here? A lazy person does not roast his prey, but the precious possession of a person is diligence. To a diligent person, his wealth is precious. But the precious possession of a person is diligence. Okay. His diligence is his precious possession, is what that says over here in the New American Standard. And 28. There is life in the path of righteousness, and in its path there is no death. Right. That's a good one. That's a good one. Okay, so let's see what we highlighted over here. We'll close this guy. I highlighted 3. No one can be made secure by wickedness, but the root of the righteous is immovable. Right? I like that. No one can be made secure by wickedness. A person will not be established by wickedness. So, you're wicked, you can't be made secure. No matter how many guards you have, no matter how many But you do because you're wicked and you're telling lies, and you have to pile lies on top of lies, and you'll never be secure. You'll never sleep right. Okay? I'm going to highlight 10. The righteous cares about his animal's health, but even merciful acts of the wicked are cruel. Okay? Okay? That's important. You want to tell a person, look how they treat animals. You can tell their nature. Okay? If animals are afraid and cower in front of them, because animals can tell. They can tell. 11, we highlighted, the one who works his hand will have plenty of food, but whoever chases fantasies lacks sense. Right. Now, I spent my whole life trying to be a musician, okay, a God singer. Ended up being a worship leader for 35 or 40 years, but that doesn't pay anything, okay? That's almost like chasing a fantasy, but it's a worthwhile. Being a worship leader is a calling, okay? But before that, I spent most of my life trying to be a musician. And I had a wife and kids. I always had a job, okay? I always had a day job. I always went to work to feed my family. Because trying to be a musician is a fantasy that sometimes works out. Even if you're very talented, you still have to have a following, So, yeah, work. It's okay to have a dream and even pursue that dream. But you still have to work, okay? The trouble is, a lot of people just chase their fantasies and they never work, and that lacks sense, okay? Because you gotta eat. All right? We highlighted 14. A person will be satisfied with good by the fruit of his mouth, and the work of a person's hands will reward him. Okay? By the fruit of his mouth. The things you say. Okay? Be very careful what you say. Sometimes it's best not to say anything. Okay? Because if you only say good, good will come of it. Okay? We highlighted 16. A fool's displeasure is known at once, but whoever ignores an insult is sensible. Are you a sensible person? Can you ignore stuff? Stupid stuff people say? My, that's an ugly hat you got. Thanks. Okay. Such jumping. How dare you? People want to fight. You know it once, if they're a fool. Highlighted 18. There's one who speaks rashly like a piercing sword, but the tongue of the wise brings healing. Okay? There's so many things so many instances you could bring up of this, what's wrong with you, stupid? Okay. Like a piercing sword. Tongue of the wise brings healing. Let me help you with that. Easy. Make up your own. 22, we highlighted. Lying lips are detestable to the Lord, but faithful people are his delight. That's pretty plain and simple, okay? Lying lips are detestable to the Lord. Don't lie. If you don't lie, you'll never have to remember anything. Okay? If you do lie, you got to remember everything you said so you can cover it up with another lie. So, there you have it. That was Proverbs 12 for May 12th, Sunday. So, have a good Sunday. I don't know what we're doing over in, I think we're reading Samuel and Chronicles, yeah. Story out of Samuel and a little bit in Chronicles. Because it's the same story, But, there you have it. Have a good Sunday. Give somebody a hug. Say nice things. Okay? Don't ever say cruel things. Say nice things or say nothing at all. See how much better your life is. See you next time.